So something very, very, very bullish just happened for Bitcoin and crypto. We know that Elon is trying to do something with X, aka Twitter. It still sounds stupid to say X. Elon's dream is to make Twitter, aka X, into this like super global dApp that can be used for everything. Payments everywhere, including having a crypto wallet and being able to conduct crypto payments. And it seems like his wish just became true. So he obtained this Rhode Island currency transmission license, okay, which I didn't know is required for cryptocurrency payments. Recently, we know that PayPal got into the stablecoin game. We know that PayPal already allows crypto payments and allows cryptocurrency trading, right? Elon is going after PayPal, his old company. Yes, he's the founder of PayPal. And he used that money from PayPal, the earnings that he made once he exited, and he put it into, SpaceX and Tesla and Solar City, right? And look at what happened with those three companies. So basically he's going after the company he started. So yeah, this is absolutely huge, right? We know that he's been trying to do this for a while. Elon always trolls about Doge and crypto, but you know deep down he loves it. In fact, in the past, you know, before he took over Twitter, he's done so many interviews where he talks about it. You know, especially the one with Cathie Wood and Jack Dorsey. He was going all gung-ho about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge. He says he owns a substantial amount of Bitcoin and Ethereum. SpaceX had a lot, even though it was reported they sold off all of it recently. Is that true? We don't know. Tesla still holds a lot. He personally holds a lot, right? And he's been talking about Doge for so long. You know that he wants to integrate Doge in some way, right? So I think it's all coming. And this is exactly what we need. We need a jolt, right? Recently, we're kind of stuck. And if he actually comes out, big press conference, hey, you know, our wallet is coming. We're going to allow people to send payments to each other, accept payments, right? Maybe do a little integration with tipping or whatever. And also integrate some kind of swap feature if he partners up with someone, right? I mean, who knows? But any kind of announcement of that magnitude will definitely be very good for the entire market, right? Definitely drive things upwards. So this is very exciting indeed. Okay, and overall, it's going to make X or Twitter a lot better. Okay, I mean, he's making a lot of moves on Twitter X. There's other reasons why this bull market is very different than previous bull market. What we saw in 2017, which was pretty crazy. 2021 was pretty crazy. This author makes an argument that 2025 will be even crazier. And I agree, because I've been telling you guys the fundamentals of Bitcoin have been getting better and better and better, and they have never been stronger than now. Number one, hash rate. Hash rate is at an all-time high. Okay, this is the miners basically trying to find the next Bitcoins, and they're securing the network by doing so. So the hash rate is at an all-time high, and it has never done this before in a crypto winter or bear market. That's very different than previous cycles, right? What does that mean? That means the miners are not selling. Previous cycles, miners didn't have to sell. Sometimes they had to sell a lot. This time around, there's no miner selling anything. Okay, they are hoarding everything, holding everything that they're mining. That's why there's a supply shock. Okay, there's going to be a huge supply shock when the masses come in and then they realize there's not enough Bitcoins, right? And that's when we're going to get that supply shock and price will go parabolic once again. But number one, hash rate is an all-time high, despite the fact we're not in a parabolic bull run right now. Supply suffocation, same thing. Exchanges are losing their Bitcoin reserves at a alarming rate, okay? We are now back to 2017 levels in terms of exchange reserves, and they keep on going down. There's more and more people that keep buying, DCAing, and there's new people coming in, buying and DCAing. That's causing the supply to go down. Again, supply shock. It's going to come. Okay? And then lastly, the Great Wall Street accumulation, unlike previous cycles, we've never, ever, ever, ever had huge accumulation by the institutions, such huge interest from the likes of BlackRock and Fidelity and Vanguard, like the biggest asset managers on earth with trillions on their balance sheet. We never, ever, ever had this kind of interest. Guess what that's going to do? Cause a supply shock, right? So all these things measure the fundamentals. And also, I've said this before time and time again, what it comes down to is supply versus demand. The number of holders doubled since 2019. And guess what? Addresses also all-time high. People that are holding above 1 Bitcoin, above 0.1 Bitcoin, above 0.01 Bitcoin, all addresses in existence, they're all at all-time high. Think about that. Again, supply shock. Okay, that's the words of the day. Something else that never happened in previous cycles is global adoption too, or countries adopting. So that's something else to add to the bullishness. We know El Salvador already made Bitcoin legal tender, but now Argentina is becoming very pro-Bitcoin. Their presidential candidate is very pro-Bitcoin. Okay, and also the citizens are already pro-Bitcoin because Argentina suffers from hyperinflation. So what do you go do when your fiat becomes more and more worthless every single day? You have to buy something else with it, right? And the best alternative for them is Bitcoin. So we're starting to see global attention, global countries that are flocking and buying Bitcoin. Sometimes not even by choice. They just have to because you can't. You got to preserve your wealth somehow, right? We're seeing that with inflation here too, very slowly. But other countries are seeing massive, massive hyperinflation, much worse than what we have it here in the US or say in Europe or in Australia, right? Some of these countries are really, really suffering from hyperinflation. That's why they're turning to Bitcoin. And in the meantime, we got a lot of technicals also that's very bullish indeed. Here's one that's looking at stochastic RSI. On a monthly scale, we're at the same point, exactly the same point as the previous low points of previous cycles, basically. Okay, so we're exactly at that point. This is the point right before the halving event and right before Bitcoin goes upwards in a parabolic fashion. Okay, so we're like right there. Again, if you want to look at technicals, this is what it's showing. That we're getting ready to go upwards too. Here's a closer time view comparing ourselves right now versus the bottom of 2019 and how there are so many similarities, right? Again, we're at that point right before the parabolic run up.